Again with those disturbing allegations against a group home. We first told you last night at 11, the state says this 13-year-old was left unsupervised for hours the night he drowned off Edgewater Beach. And to make matters worse, state investigators say it's not the first time the group home workers left kids unsupervised. 5 News site investigator Scott Knoll has been digging up new details on this case for months. And Scott, you got a chance to talk to that teen's family today.
Yeah, Shaud Howell was placed in the group home by Cuyahoga County's Division of Children and Family Services just 8 days before he died. Before that, he lived with his great aunt. Today, we took her a copy of the state's findings where, for the first time, she learned not only was Howell dropped off at the beach, but investigators say workers knew that he couldn't swim.
Oh, God.
The allegations, something of a nightmare to Renice Burtz.
This just keeps going on.
The picture painted by state investigators, one of neglect. Did the system fail your nephew?
Exactly, they did.
Investigators say it started when a worker at Quality Care Residential Homes dropped Shaud Howell and 2 other teens off at Edgewater Beach. It was 7 o'clock. Lifeguards already left for the day. The lake conditions so hazardous, the report says swimming was off limits that day. But investigators say not only did the group home worker drop the teens off, she then left the park for 2 to 2.5 hours. Records show by then, the search for the 13-year-old was already underway.
2 to 2.5 hours? What was she doing? What? I would love for her to sit in my face and tell me what was so important that you left all of them down there unattended.
Days after Howell's body was pulled from Lake Erie, the group home's administrator told us the trip was unauthorized and he never would have approved it. Desmond Johnson said he fired that worker, but the state's investigation found that trip wasn't the first of its kind. According to the findings, interviews with group home residents and staff revealed staff have taken residents to Edgewater Beach to swim on numerous occasions, even though permission was not obtained from the director. And that, quote, children have been taken to Edgewater Beach to swim on other occasions, and staff did not monitor and supervise throughout the activity. Findings that an enraged Burtz believes point to a systemic problem inside Quality Care Residential Homes.
Shaud's death opened a door to dysfunction that had been going on, and the kids knew about it.
Now she believes the group home needs to be shut down. To protect kids from a home, she says, provides anything but quality care.
It gotta stop. I don't want nobody's auntie, nobody's uncle, nobody's grandmother or grandfather to suffer what we going through.
The state is giving the group home until later this month to submit plans to correct these issues. Howell was placed in the home by Cuyahoga County as part of a $500,000 a year contract. Today, a county spokesperson said they had not yet received a copy of the state's findings yet, but they do still have 6 kids placed in the group home. Once they receive those findings, we're told those will be reviewed and a decision made about what to do with those 6 kids next. Now, we reach out to Quality Care's administrator for comment on the state's findings. So far, though, he hasn't responded. Live in the newsroom, I'm 5 on your side investigator Scott Knoll.